One of the most well-known and yet enigmatic portions of Scripture is the straight gate, the narrow way. And today, this afternoon, or whenever it is that you happen to be listening, I'm going to flat blow your mind about this popular verse of Scripture. It's one of the, like I say, one of the best known, perhaps even most beloved portions of Christian Scripture. But as we've been finding out a lot lately, there's a lot of things encoded in the Scriptures that aren't really Christian. And it makes me wonder, I know from my studies that the New Testament's about 80% dung and about 20% diamond. And I've always had the concept and the belief and the conviction that it was the enemy that encoded the Bible. It was the enemy that put the dung in. It was the enemy that is trying to keep us from the complete knowledge and understanding of the Scripture. But what if that's not entirely accurate? What if the divine, what if Derek Bro's Global Witness is correct and the father, the mother are expert cryptographers? What if all of the encoding and cryptography of the New Testament is not the work of the enemy? And what if there's more to that saying of only those with eyes to see and ears to hear can actually get full access to the illumination provided within the Scriptures? I want to show you something within the Scriptures right now. And then I want to show you a little something that I prepared, which I think gives us a whole new perspective on it. And let's just take a look at this whole idea of the narrow gate. We're going to take a look at it in the original language so we can understand what the original writer was trying to say. And I think it just might surprise some of you. Enter you at the strait gate, for wide's the gate, broad's the way that leads to destruction. Many go in thereat. Strait is the gate, narrow's the way which leads into life, and there only be a few that find it. It's almost like it's God's fault, or it's the enemy's fault. Do we blame God that people choose not to enter the strait gate? Do we blame the divine? Do we blame the devil that people choose not to enter the strait gate? Or do we blame personal choice and personal responsibility and personal decisions? What if God's not trying to get you to go through the strait gate? What if God's not trying to get you to go through the narrow way? And what if the devil's not trying to get you to go through the wide gate? What if the devil's not trying to get you to go through the broad gate? What if you have a choice and you make the decision? What about that? Let's look at the verse in the original languages and see if it sheds any light on it. And again, this isn't really about Christianity. This is about first century spiritual enlightenment. So it says enter. Enter. What's that word mean? Come in, enter, go into, go up, go on in, come on in. So the implication's pretty clear here. Anybody and everybody has the option and the opportunity to enter in. There's no God blocking the gate. There's no devil blocking the gate. The gate is simply there. And it's open to each and every individual. Now enter through the narrow gate. What does that mean that it's narrow? It's a narrow gate. It's narrow, it's straight. It's a closely defined path that God ordains to travel on to gain, and again, this is commentary, but it's narrow and it's straight. It's not very wide. It's small. It's from the base of histemi, which means narrow. and it has obstacles standing close about it. Now, there's the real meaning. That's what you want to do. You want to look at the actual meaning of the words, not the commentary. You got to stand there. There's obstacles there. There's obstacles close about. So you can enter, whoever wants, through this gate, but there's obstacles there. There's difficulties there. So that's one of our choices, but there's another gate, and that gate is wide. It's very broad. It's like a street. It's wide, it's broad, it's luxurious, it's easy. So there's one gate that's narrow. There's one gate that has obstacles. There's one gate that's difficult. And there's another gate that's wide and like a street and easy. Are you beginning to see now why maybe it's not a God blocking the way? Maybe it's not a devil blocking the way. Maybe it's our choice. And do you think it's possible that most people might choose a wide, broad, easy street? Oh, aren't we all looking for easy street? Is it a real surprise that we collectively choose easy street and we don't want the way that's narrow, that has obstacles, that's difficult? We want the way that's wide. We want the way that's broad. What does broad mean? It's spacious. It's wide. It's got a bunch of nice fields. It's right by the sea. It's a really nice way. It's spacious, it's broad, it's luxurious. It's like a big street, it's easy. Then there's this other gate, narrow, cramped. It's got obstacles. I really think it means it's got stairs, and you got to climb stairs. It's not easy. So there's the easy way, there's the hard way. And given the choice, what is this microwave generation going to do? Given the choice to cook a meal in the microwave or use a real stove or oven, what are most people going to do? Beep, 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 boom. They're going to hit the microwave. Given a choice to go through a drive-through or go home and cook a meal, what are most people going to do? I'll take a number 3, supersize me, please. Given the choice to do it the easy way or the hard way, what are most people going to do? But here's the secret. This broad way, it leads you. This broad way leads you, carries you, takes you away, seduces you. It seduces you into what? It seduces you into destruction, ruin, loss, perishing, and even eternal ruin. That's the definition of the word. The microwave lures you into a quick and easy meal, but it robs your food of all its nutrients and probably makes it toxic, which in the end, if you eat enough of it long enough, is going to cause you destruction, ruin, loss, perishing. Wow. This is pretty interesting. And there's many that enter in through it. Many. Many people enter in through this gate. It does this every now and then. Many people, much and often enter in through this gate. They're entering. They're actively entering into it. They're actively going in. Is it really a surprise that most people are entering into the easy way? Is it really a surprise that most people are entering into the luxurious way? Is it really a surprise that most people are entering into the broad way? Is it really a surprise? I don't think so. And whose choice is it? Is God making people not make the right choice? Is the devil making people not make the right choice? I'm addicted to the whiteboard. This is my idea of art. So here's a narrow gate, and it's got stairs, and it's leading away from the beach. And I dropped my pen. And there's openings on either side. You can go around this gate. and go straight to the beach. Or you can go and climb this high flight of stairs, this steep flight of stairs, and go off to another way besides easy street. What are most people going to take? Most people are not going to enter in the straight gate. Most people aren't going to enter in the narrow gate. Most people aren't going to enter in, most people ain't walking the stairs. It's one of the things I initially first loved about SANDRA. And you're wondering, how the hell can he work SANDRA into stairs? Well, I remember the first time I went to Sandra's place, she went up the stairs. I'm like, I love this girl. Didn't go up the elevator, went up the stairs. And that spoke to me that she's not always looking for the easy way out. She's looking to do what has to be done. And that's when I knew I knew by then I had something, but you know what I'm saying. So it's not because God is sitting here blocking this gate. God's not blocking this. Do you see God there? Did I draw God? No. Is there a devil blocking this gate? No. The problem is there's so many easy ways for people to go. I can go this way, it's easy. I can go this way, it's easy. And I can get right to the beach. Why do I want to go up this way that's hard? Why do I want to go up this way that's difficult? Yeah, there's a narrow gate. Yes, there's a straight gate. And yes, there's a wide way. Yes, there's a broad way. This one leads to destruction. Why? Because people that take that way are looking for the easy road. People that take that way are looking for the easy path. People that take that way are looking for easy street. And people that take this way are never going to do the inside work. And unindoctrinating yourself is an inside job. People that take this other way are never going to sit on a meditation cushion. They're never going to look into the dark night of their soul. They're never going to get out into the darkness and fix their problems and their difficulties. They're going to keep going to the beach instead of going to work. So it's not God's fault if people enter the broad way that leads to destruction. It's not the devil's fault that people enter the broad way that leads to destruction. It's people's fault. They decide to do it. And guess what? I think most of them, I think it might be a test. Let's put this way of work. Let's put this way of difficulty. Let's put this way of introspection. Let's put this way of doing what we have to do. Let's put this way of the dark night of the soul. Let's put this way of internal work. And let's put it right next to the beach and see what people do. Because let's face it, folks, if you're trying to design people to run the universe, do you want stair takers or do you want beach goers? I know who I want. Straight is the gate. Narrow is the way. And we all choose. The narrow way leads to life, and life more abundantly. The narrow way leads to peace, and peace that passes all understanding. The broad way leads to the beach of this world, the beach of this matrix, which in the end leads to destruction, and before then leads to destruction of your hopes, your dreams, your desires that are all most powerfully expressed within your great basic purpose, and you'll never find it. The road to your great basic purpose is never found along the path of least resistance. I'm Jeffrey Daugherty. This is New Cosmic Knowledge. There is a broad path. There is a narrow gate. Which one you choose is not God's fault. Which one you choose is not the devil's fault. Which one you choose is up to you. What you gonna do when you come to the place where you have to make a choice? Unindoctrinate yourself. It's an inside job. And the way to get inside that job is to enter through the straight and the narrow gate. Do you have the guts? Are you ready to go to the beach? Or are you ready to go to work? We're the last generation of real humans. I hope you're ready to go to work, because we need to get busy, cousin.